showtime! Woo! 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 Silent and profiling. Woo! It's live and in color. Woo!
Welcome to Mafia Sports Report. I am your host, Mikey, and today we will be doing mock draft number 2. So last week we did do a mock draft. We did not do any trades. Today we will include trades as we move forward. So let's go ahead and jump in and get this thing started. Let's see what we have. When we look, so this week the Bills have signed Taylor Rapp, which took away one of the draft picks I had last time, which I picked up a safety. We still need some, I don't think we need safety help, but we still need wide receiver help. We still need offensive line help. We need defensive line, linebackers, a major hole. So there's a lot of different things we can look at here at 27. So as I look to see who's available, we have Brian Branch who's the number 1 safety at Alabama. Anton Harrison, athletic right tackle. That could be some competition for Spencer Brown. Josh Downs is the best receiver. I don't know if Jones fits our needs as much. He's really, really huge. He's athletic for the size he is, but he doesn't really fit the archetype that the Bills normally draft, which may not be a bad idea if we go against that. But we have a couple. Mazzy Smith, fantastic defensive lineman. He's got the size of a 1 tech with the reflexes of a 3 tech. Really like him. Cam Smith, Osiris Torrance, another guard everybody seems to love. Doesn't really fit the archetype. We talked about him in the last one. Steve Avila, Luke Musgrave, athletic tight end who could be great. Jack Campbell, who is my wish list, but I don't know if I want him at 27. And if we look here, they're offering us 10 different trades. So New Orleans at 29. Who else is there? So we have New Orleans at 29. We have Kansas City at 31, Pittsburgh at 32, Indy at 35. So I'm going to go ahead and look probably at the Colts at 35. Take 35 and 79 for 27. Let's see. They accepted it. So then we'll go ahead and keep resuming. Let's see who was drafted. So they moved up and took guard Osiris Torrance, which was a great fit for them. Then we saw back-to-back tackles go. Josh Downs goes, Brian Branch goes, Drew Sanders went, BJ Ojolari went, who's more of an undersized 3-4 edge. So that puts us at 35, and Jack Campbell's still on the board, who is absolutely my favorite linebacker in this draft. So I'm going to take him here. And now that helps fill that hole that we have on our defense. So then we're sitting at 59 still. At this point, let's go look at, offensive tackle, who's out there. We have Jalen Duncan, Cody Mosh, who Cody's more of a guard, I would think, than an actual tackle. Let's see. Love Luke Wepler. Love him. Like Andrew Voorhees, he's more of a later, round 3, round 4 prospect. He is going to miss all of this year with a torn ACL, which he hurt at the combine. All right, let's see what else we got out there. Do we got any wide receivers out there? So we're looking at wide receivers. We got Michael Wilson, Rashawn Rice. I love him. Rashi Rice is fantastic. Jaden Reed, I really like him a lot. Cedric Tillman, like him a lot. Marvin Mims, like him a lot. Those guys are all probably third or fourth round picks. They might get dropped a little bit higher than that, but I don't know if I would invest that high. So when I look at this, let's look at D line. Ooh, love Benton. Benton's huge. Benton's probably the pick I'd go here. Go linebacker, defensive tackle. And the reason why I'm doing that is because we don't have any defensive tackles that are going to be signed after 2023. So we need to start building that back up. So I'm going to take Benton here. And then we will have another pick at 79 that we picked up for moving back. And at that point, I'm going to go look at my offensive line, offensive tackle. That's a line. So Whippler went, which is fine. Let's go look at wide receiver. Maybe this is where we take our wide receiver that we're talking about. I love Michael Wilson here. He's more reminds me a lot of the Gabe Davis pick. Just one of those underrated guys who might look really good once he comes into the league. So I'll take Michael Wilson here. Gives us a wide receiver. Still looking for some interior linemen. So let's go look here. I'm going to, at our original third round pick, I'm going to take Andrew Voorhees. I know that we're going to have to redshirt him his rookie year as he's hurt, but this seems like a solid pick for next year. We have a lot of 1-year guys that we have brought in. We have McGovern, who was signed to a 3-year deal. We have Bates, who signed for another 3 years. We signed another David Edwards, who is a 1-year guy. We brought back Bacher for 1 year. So Voorhees could be that replacement. So say this year we have the line that goes Dawkins, McGovern, Morris, Bates, and Brown. At the end, or maybe it's not Bates, maybe it's Edwards. Maybe he beats him out. Going into next year, we can release Morris, save a ton of cap space, move Bates to center, and then bring Voorhees back. And now we're looking at a cheaper offensive line that also will help us. So I'm going to go ahead and go Andrew Voorhees here. Let's see what we have for the fourth round. So now at this point, we've kind of covered a lot of the holes that we had. We could still use more DNs, as we know that this is the last year for Epinesa. But I don't know if there's going to be a ton of great DNs sitting here at this point. We could always take like a Rashawn Johnson. We did bring in Damian Harris, but he's on a 1-year deal and a 1-year minimum deal at that. So we could look at that. Sean Tucker, although I'm not a big fan of Tucker, he had a really good year 2 years ago, and then he kind of regressed last year. Love Rashawn Johnson's physicality. He also split time with Bijan Robinson. So, he could be better. Love Cam Jones. He's a little bit undersized. Fantastic. Davis Allen, another guy. I'm a big Davis Allen fan, tight end. We're looking for a tight end too. So I'm gonna go Davis Allen here. I'm gonna give us that tight end too that we were looking for. We need. And then we have another pick right after that. So some of those same guys still sitting there. Cam Jones is sitting there. Love this guy right here. Zavala. He's more of a pass blocker than a run blocker, which is fine according to the grades. Another interior offensive lineman. Can't have enough of those. I want to see us continue to build those out. If we want to look at another receiver, take a flyer on someone, Bryce Ford Wheaton, who we could look at, is 6'4", 221, timed really well at the combine. He performed really well at the combine. So we could look, bank on something like that. We can look at, if we're going to move Benford to safety, we can look at Riley Moss. Riley Moss is a fantastic one out of Iowa. 6'1", 193. Has graded out pretty well, both in coverage and run defense. He can tackle. So when I look here on what we really want to look at, for me, I'm going to go Riley Moss here. I like the idea of having another corner. We can move Benford back to safety. We could possibly have Taylor Rapp and Benford as our two safeties moving forward, not knowing what DeMar Hamlin's going to do. So that's in the fifth. So we'll go back down to our last draft pick coming up. At this point, these are just flyers. You take high upside guys, and we've seen Bean do that a lot. He seems to hit on a lot of those late round draft picks. So you look here. I will look. You can go Will Mallory and go another tight end. Could have three tight ends. I know Tommy's big on his U guys. We can go Juice Scruggs. Go another, true center. Maybe you don't feel comfortable with Bates at center. Grab Juice. Juice, he's a good fit too. Chris Rodriguez, like him. Trevor Reed. Um, BJ Thompson. So there are guys out there that we can get, and I don't know where the Bills will end up going. If it was me, I would probably go Juice Scruggs, grab another interior offensive line. We can't have enough of them. We need to protect Josh Allen. So that will close out our mock draft 2 for this year. Let's see how we did, and we'll recap it. Okay, any day now. Okay, so we have Jack Campbell. They're not a big fan of us taking Jack Campbell that high. That's fine. We overall got to be on the trade. They thought we did okay with Benton. Thought we did okay. They hate the Voorhees pick. I love the Voorhees pick. They weren't a big fan of my draft, were they? They didn't like the Davis Allen. I like that we got another tight end. They liked our Riley Moss pick, and they loved our Juice Scruggs pick. At this point, you can't really go by their grades. I think if we had a draft that looks something like this, we hit a lot of different areas of need for the Bills, and I like it. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, do all that fun stuff for us. It helps grow this channel. Tommy and I both appreciate it a lot. We'll all look for you guys in the comments. And other than that, go Bills.